It is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020, and you are tuned into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Luke Soul Late Model Dirt Series was in action at 300 Raceway in Farley, Iowa last night. Both Jimmy Owens and Jonathan Davenport were looking to rebound after rough outings Friday at Florence. Owens entered the night still with a more than 400-point advantage over Davenport, but from Superman on back, the standings are super tight. Only 130 points separate second through sixth place. For the feature, Josh Richards and his iRacing Boyer dirt machine started on the pole, but it was second starting Kyle Bronson who took the early lead. Bronson was challenged early out front by Richards, and then later as laps ticked off, Owens moved to second and he tried to run Bronson down. As the race approached 15 laps in the books, Richards made a move back towards the front, rolling the top side. On lap 16, he caught Owens and Bronson, and coming to the line, made a crazy move to thread the needle and go 3 wide to take the lead. From there, over the remaining 50 laps, over the remaining part of the 50-lap feature, it was all Richards out front. He managed multiple restarts and drove away over the remainder of the race to win by nearly a full second. Jimmy Owens finished second. Tim McCready rebounded from an early flat to finish third. Kyle Bronson was fourth, and Tyler Erb finished in fifth. Leaving 300, Owens' points lead is now 440 markers over Jonathan Davenport. McCready, Richards, and Erb are not far behind Davenport, though. McCready has close to 35 points behind, while Richards and Erb are 60 markers back. Next up for the Lucas Oil Late Models is Tri-City Speedway on Friday night, then 2 nights at the Lucas Oil Speedway on Saturday and Sunday. For more information, you can find that at lucasdirt.com. I'll talk about the World of Outlaws Late Model event tonight here a little bit later, but it sounds like maybe some of those Lucas guys are going to head north into Wisconsin and run the World of Outlaws Late Model race tonight as well. I just saw a tweet from Jimmy Owens, so I would be surprised if he was the only one. Probably be a few guys jumping into that race there as well. Jumping over to the Southern Nationals with 2 races already down, the Late Model Tour was at Volunteer Speedway in Tennessee last night. Chris Madden and Brandon Overton have won the 2 shows so far, and Chris Madden entered the night with a slight lead in the tour points over Overton. At the start of the feature, it was Madden and Vic Hill starting on the front row. Hill challenged Madden early, even leading in the early going, but after lap 7, it was all Chris Madden out front. Brandon Overton got to second, but couldn't run down Madden's Millwood Motorsports number 44. In the end, it was Madden taking home the $3,500 check, with Overton second, Corey Hedgecock third, Ross Bales fourth, and Logan Robertson finished in fifth. The series moves to I-75 Raceway in Sweetwater, Tennessee tonight for round number 4. Chris Madden leads Brandon Overton in the standings by 8 points. Ross Bales is another 14 points behind Overton. You can watch the whole Southern Nationals Tour live on Dirt on Dirt and Flow Racing with your subscriptions. Still a bunch more races to go there as well. So stay tuned for more updates in the coming days. Last night was round number 4 of the iRacing World of Outlaws Late Model World Championship. The series took on the virtual Eldora Speedway, and Hayden Cardwell entered the night as the series points leader. 2019 series champion Blake Majulis was on the pole for the feature with Evan C. to his outside. In a race that went caution-free and green to checkered in about 14 minutes, it was all Majulis out front. He led all 50 laps to take his first win of the season and become the 4th different winner in 4 races on the year. Evan C. finished second, Dylan Hauser was third, Devin Morgan 4th, and Dylan Wilson finished in 5th. Hayden Cardwell battled up from his 17th starting position to finish 7th, but it just wasn't enough to keep him at the top of the standings. Leaving Eldora, Evan C. is now the points leader with Dylan Wilson 2nd, and Cardwell has slipped all the way back to 3rd. Next week, the series is back at Lernerville Speedway for round number 5 of the 10-race schedule. You can watch the iRacing World of Outlaws Late Model World Championship live Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern for free at iracing.com/live or twitch.com/iracing. Jumping over now to the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series, tonight is the 32nd annual Brad Doty Classic at Attica Raceway Park. After 3 races in 3 days over the weekend, the Outlaws had yesterday off before heading to Attica today. Brad Sweet will be looking to rebound after a rough couple of nights Saturday at Wilmot and Sunday at Terre Haute. Got caught up in a crash at Terre Haute and had some mechanical issues on Saturday at Wilmot. Brad Sweet, as we mentioned yesterday, his points lead has been cut down to 44 over Donnie Schatz, with Logan Schuchart only 52 points back in 3rd. And then Carson Macedo has quietly snuck his way up there. He's now 88 points back in 4th. With Ohio Sprint Speed Week wrapping up at Sharon Speedway on Sunday, it'll be interesting to see how many All-Star and Ohio regulars come out to Attica tonight. I'm sure there will be some that will skip tonight to regroup after such a grueling stretch of races. But we do know a few guys will be on the property, including Kyle Larson and Jack Hodenshield. And I would imagine there will also be, a full contingent of Ohio guys, but maybe not some of those guys you saw. I saw Paul McMahon as one of those that will not be there. And we saw Buddy Kofoid had planned on racing, but had a crash over the weekend in the midget and is going to skip tonight as well. So it'll be interesting to see what that mix of guys looks like tonight at Attica. The Outlaws' last race at Attica in 2018 when Donnie Schatz took the win over Kyle Larson and Joey Saldana. Looking at the DIRTRACKR.com analytics prediction formula for tonight, we don't see Brad Sweet near the top, which I think might be the first time all season. Kyle Larson is actually the overwhelming favorite, winning 11% of the simulated races. This isn't a surprise given his run of finishes this season, plus his second place run at Attica back in 2018. Donnie Schatz is second at about 7% of races run. Darren Pittman, David Gravel, and Carson Macedo round out the top 5 in win chances. Brad Sweet is actually all the way back in 11th on the list, winning only a little better than 2% of the races. He's been knocked back in the formula because of his last result at Attica in 2018 was actually a 17th place finish, and his recent finishes over the weekend were 22nd and 19th. I do think his win chances are probably a little bit better than the formula says they are, and he'll certainly be motivated to kind of get things going back in the right direction again after a couple of rough nights. But it's interesting to see kind of how quickly a driver can kind of fall out of favor with the formula, after a couple of bad nights. If you cannot be at Attica tonight, you can watch all of the action live on Dirt Vision with your Fast Pass. Hot laps are scheduled to begin at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so certainly tune into that. Speaking of Brad Doty, there is a new checkered pass today at worldofoutlaws.com all about Doty and his career. Give it a read if you're looking for something today and want to get amped up about tonight. The piece from Kevin Eckert, as usual, includes some great photos of Brad in the Bowers, Cole, and Coors Light race cars as well. You can find that again over at worldofoutlaws.com. Also tonight, as I mentioned before, the World of Outlaws Late Model Series is at Gondik Law Speedway in Wisconsin. With with 3 straight wins, the prediction formula heavily favors Brandon Sheppard tonight over Ricky Weiss. Sheppard's win percentage is over 12.5%, while Ricky Weiss is second at 5.7%. Again, those numbers will probably be skewed a little bit because the formula doesn't take into account some of those drivers that we're not sure are going to be there. And if a bunch of Lucas guys show up, that obviously those win percentage chances will certainly be skewed from that. But Brandon Sheppard, your clear favorite right now in the formula, but somebody like Jimmy Owens, if he shows up, he's certainly going to have a fantastic shot of winning with the domination he's had this year, not only with the Luke Soul Late Model Series, but in a lot of the late model events he's entered. So should be a fun one tonight. You can watch the late models live from Gondik Law tonight on Dirt Vision as well as part of your Fast Pass. Taking a look quickly at the pay-per-view schedule for tonight, several shows on the docket. The Southern Nationals from I-75 Raceway, you can watch that live on Dirt on Dirt and Flow Racing. Both services have that. Dirt Vision has a trio of shows. They've got the late model event from Gondik Law, they've got the Brad Doty Classic from Attica, and then they also have tonight's Summer Nationals event from Plymouth Speedway. Both the Summer Nationals late models and Modified Nationals will be there tonight as well. And then, as usual, Flow Racing has USAC 24/7. So plenty of stuff to watch today if you're looking for a little dirt racing on this Tuesday night. And again, it looks like there's a pretty busy schedule for the remainder of the week with Southern Nationals ongoing, Summer Nationals ongoing, plus plenty of other things. So that pay-per-view schedule will be a place to check out through the remainder of the week if you're looking for things to watch. You can find that at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's the show for today. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook if you would like to do that. You can email the show at info@DIRTRACKR.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/DIRTTracker, twitter.com/DIRTTracker, and the website itself, DIRTTracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter live on the site. That's it for the show today. We will see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.